Welcome to my video on the Pacific Northwest Dual Sports Summer Opener, the weekend of May 5th. Started with a little cruise on the ferry to get over to the peninsula and worked my way through Hoodsport over to Lake Cushman and our campground for the weekend. Hooked up and got my registration taken care of and ran into Bill Gawley and a buddy of his, and we decided to go out and just check out some of the trails close by the campsite. Some great views looking down on Lake Cushman and some other ponds and stuff in the area. Neat little fire roads to explore. Had a good time, tired ourselves out, and then got a little crazy in a pit. So videoing Bill and a buddy of his checking out some climbing. This looks like an old pit that was mined out, and so these guys are doing a little ramp work and popping up. Definitely, again with video, I don't know why it flattens things out, but that's steeper than it appears. A big part of the challenge they had, as you see, is once they pop up on that hill, they basically run into a wall, so they gotta try to get their bike around, and then it's a steep drop in right around all this old timber and stuff that's down there. After we got back, we hooked up with everybody trying to figure out what we're gonna do for Saturday. I decided to take on the intermediate fast group ride, about 140 miles, mostly on dirt. Had to boogie into town, get some fuel, and then come back and find that it was going to be the largest group heading out for the weekend, with somewhere in the neighborhood of 45 motorcycles in my group. We headed out, a very short jaunt down the highway to get to where we're going to turn into the dirt, and then we immediately started working our way up some great old fire roads that had some rock slides, huge views off to the right, which you'll get a chance to see here, and just kept going and going, along with some passing through some snow. Like I said, amazing views. We'd occasionally regroup, make sure everybody had made it, no mechanicals. We had a really great ride leader and his brother-in-law who was the sweep, and we just kept this train moving as quickly as we could. I wanted to give you another view of how big the group was as we were heading out here after this last regroup. Eventually the dirt ended, we popped back out onto some pavement, made our way down the highway for about half a mile, and stopped in for a quick fuel stop. We rolled into this little gas station to get fuel, and they had little signs on their pumps that said that they were not accepting at the pump credit cards or debit cards or anything, so you had to go inside, drop off your cash, your credit card, tell them what pump, run out, do your pump, come in, close the transaction out before the next person could go. So as you can imagine, with this huge group of people getting fuel, it took us quite a while to get it done, but that was fine. It gave us a chance to kind of rest, grab some food, drink, and chat with one another and talk about the cool things we'd seen and who we were and where we were from. So not long after we got fuel, it was kind of the end of the ride, and the main group was heading back on the highway. A small group of us decided, let's retrace our route and work our way back on dirt. It was still early in the afternoon, so we worked our way back up into the snow line and had a great time as a very small group, kept the pace going at a much quicker pace. And we went through this narrow gap coming up where there was a big rock slide, and you look at it on the video and you're like, that's no big deal, but there's a bit of a pucker factor as you cruise through this little section. So here's the little slot to work my way through. I'll pull up here and show you a view from the other direction as another rider's following me, and we come up and ride through the slot so you can see what that looks like. He quickly pulls off to get his camera out because we had another rider with us. He wanted to video him going through the slot. And it's not that this was like super narrow or anything, but a little off camber, close to the edge, and just all loose gravel. So being a newer rider kind of freaked me out a little bit, but glad I was able to make it both directions since we did this on the way out and back. So here I'm going to wrap this video up and just show you some more pictures from the ride. The area is gorgeous. There's no single track really. It's all fire roads and such, but just a great time. Love to come out here and camp again and explore more of the trails and hit a larger portion of the Olympic National Forest. As always, a big thumbs up from me. Had a great time. Again, thanks everybody, Pacific Northwest Dual Sport. And let everybody know I was out there riding my little Chinese CSC RX3 motorcycle, which continues to impress and do anything and everything that I'd want it to. And as my buddies say, if I do something really stupid, the worst I can do is $4,000 worth of damage. Take care. We'll see you on the trail soon.